Everyone.
Hello, welcome to Art Party Evening. Come on, brave folks, turn on those cameras.
Hello, everybody.
Out in the chat where you're from.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's so wonderful to see you all here. Fantastic. Welcome, everybody. Today is a really special event, and I'm thrilled that you're joining us. I cannot wait to introduce you to these wonderful artists tonight. It is always a pleasure to see your faces, so if you are willing, please turn your cameras on at the bottom of your screen. We will also be active in the chat tonight. This is where you will see the artists' websites listed during the presentation and where we invite you to ask questions or just merely comment about the things that you like. For right now, please let us know in the chat where you're joining us from. Oh, I see. Oh, I have west side of New York City. Oh, Texas, fantastic. Westport, Connecticut. And I am hosting from my studio in Troy, New York. Welcome. There is one technical thing that I do not want to forget before we begin, and that is if we have any major technical difficulty during the event and we have to end the party abruptly, we will post an updated link in red to the top of the homepage at artpartycentral.org. So do not worry if something comes up and we have to close suddenly. We will post a brand new link and you guys can just move over to the artparty.org to pick up that link and meet us at the new Zoom. Now that that is out of the way, let's have a quick cheers to all being together. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
We're going to go ahead and mute everyone now. So don't be offended. It's just Zoom protocol. All righty. Hi, I'm Kathleen Tesnakis of Ekologic, and I'm excited to be your host today. For those of you that are unfamiliar with my work, I am a sustainable fashion designer, and I specialize in recycling post-consumer cashmere into wearable art clothing and accessories. I am also proud to be one of the co-founding members of Art Party Central. You can find my work online at ekologic.com. That's ekologic.com. Tonight, I am also really fortunate to have the lovely Karla Gudeon of Karla Gudeon Art and Design as my co-host for the evening. Karla is also a co-founding member of Art Party Central, so you are in good hands. You will find her as admin in the chat. Please reach out if you need anything. Karla will be posting the artists' websites and generally making our evening go smoothly. So please make sure to check out Karla's beautiful work at her website, karlagudeon.com. Enough about us. Today's presentation is all about adornment. Be prepared to be wowed and inspired by these 8 super talented artists. Our first artist tonight will be Suzanne Schwartz from Suzanne Schwartz Jewelry, followed by Judith Haas from Judith Haas Jewelry and Art, Eileen Schwartz from Eileen Schwartz Jewelry, Trecy Bleich from Vella Mode, Lisa Jane Grant from Lisa Jane Grant Design, Jennifer Lippman-Bruno from Jennifer Lippman-Bruno Design, and Meghan Patrice Riley from Meghan Patrice Riley Jewelry. Let me tell you how this party is going to shake out. Each of the artists will give a presentation, and then if time allows, I will ask them 1 or 2 questions that were previously submitted. At the end of the party, we will raffle off $50 gift certificates for 4 of the artists' websites. That's 4 chances to win just for hanging out with us today. You do need to be present to win, so please stick around. We will also give you a special discount code at the end of the party, which will be good for all of the artists' websites, as well as my website and Karla, our co-host's website. That's ekologic.com and karlagudeon.com. At the end of the evening, we will open up the party for chatting and invite you to unmute yourselves, ask a few questions, and mingle. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. Our first artist today is Suzanne Schwartz from Suzanne Schwartz Jewelry. Suzanne, take it away.
Hi, you can hear me, right?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Suzanne from Suzanne Schwartz Jewelry. And the majority of my work is, well, my work is textile, is really textile influenced. And the most apparent part of that is that I stitch a lot of my jewelry, most of my jewelry except the pearls. So you can see here, I've made this piece, and then I sewed, the black is fine silver oxidized. And what I do is I will stitch it to give it texture, dimension, and also to just kind of put that part of my grandmother who taught me how to sew in. And so this piece is my newest piece, and I guess the piece I'm most excited about lately. So it's it was really I made it to really have a flow, and so that it would really look like the drape of fabric. So that's this piece. So I thought I might take you through some of my necklaces. And so here is another kind of a signature piece of mine. And this one is in all silver. I also do it in oxidized silver. So with this piece, I've stitched each element. Then this piece is kind of intertwined together. And this is really, I mean, very architectural. I've been told it looks like the Queensboro Bridge at times. And this is this piece here. And you can see the earrings I'm wearing. You can see this is the other color that the other necklace comes in, the oxidized. And I'm very fond of a statement earring. I probably wouldn't, but you know, I have smaller earrings as well. So my pearl line, although it doesn't have stitching, is really, it has the drape of the textile and the fabric. And this has freshwater Baroque pearls, and it's adjustable in the back. So it all just kind of hangs down. And then I also have it with 3, or you can see here, I have it with 7 Tahitian pearls. So that's another way that I'll do it. And for kind of a smaller look, I'm glad I'm doing my pearls first because I usually go to all the stitching. Here's another piece, and this has 1 large Tahitian pearl with 18 karat gold. And then on this black piece, what I've done is I will grind up 22 karat gold, and then I fuse it onto the silver and oxidize it. And then there's an earring that also goes with that. And then next to it, just so you can see, these are some of my newer pearl earrings and my new Chinese freshwater Baroque pearls. Getting back to the stitching, and I'm just going to show you this. So I stitch with either fine silver or 22 karat gold. So here's a bracelet that I've stitched with fine silver. And to look at it before, I don't know if you can see the holes through here. This is a larger one, a 2-inch cuff that, can you see those holes? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
we
So
can.
those are the ones. So I'll take the silver through and I'll pull it and stitch it, and just very tight, so that, you know, once you have your stitching, the stitches aren't going to move. They're really staying in place. So to show you a little more here, so this was a piece from Torn collection. Kept picking up a lot of reflection. And I know it's crooked, but I can't figure out the direction with my phone. So this is stitched with 22 karat gold and then has a moonstone set in 22 karat gold as well. And this was really a torn, it was kind of just thinking about torn pieces and being sewn back up. And the whole, necklace itself is stitched as well along the way. This is part of the interwoven stitch collection. And everything in this collection is of oxidized silver or bright silver. So this has little embellished squares. I'm going to show you some earrings so we don't pick up as much reflection. Or actually, I'll show you on this.
So Suzanne, like when you're creating these pieces, are you thinking of specific customers or a certain person? Oh, please don't take that away. Please show it while you're answering that question.
Okay. So I'm really thinking of, at first, some of the pieces, like the main pieces for a collection, like that first big edge collar that I showed you. And I'm just going to pick up another one to show as I'm showing. I kind of think of, for those, like what I want to see in the metal. And then from there, I will take it and I'll scale it down and kind of think then of what my customers want, kind of something smaller. And I kind of think I did that. I kind of, and then I'll try to blend the two also. Like I always want it to reflect me, but I want it to reflect my customers too. So this is the Lycan lace necklace, and this is the smallest one. And I've taken little circles that I drill into and then kind of arrange them and thread them and sew them onto the sterling silver chain. And Liz does have this. I got lucky enough to meet her at a show. And so you'll see, it kind of has that clustering, but in a more like delicate way.
Yeah, I mean, just to see the bracelet with all your drilled holes, I mean, it's quite amazing what you do stitching and just the clean finish, the beautiful way everything intersects. I want to thank you so much for your presentation. And please, if anyone has questions for Suzanne, jot those down in the chat so we can ask her at the after party. And thank you so much for your presentation, Suzanne. Is there one last piece you'd like to show us before we go?
Yes, this is the piece that I've kind of been wearing a lot. It's clustered squares, little squares. I make each square, put a stitch in, and then they're not attached on the stitch, but this is just a piece that I've been enjoying wearing lately. Just kind of simple, can be casual, so.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Suzanne. We're going to go ahead and go to our next artist this evening. Our next artist is Judith Haas of Judith Haas Art and Jewelry. Welcome, Judith, and take it away.
Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you for having me again here at Art Party. I'm Judith Haas, for those of you who don't know me. I'm originally from the Netherlands, but I've lived in New York for many years now, where I also have a studio where I make my fine art and also jewelry. The jewelry that I make is mostly in fine silver that I've used with 24 karat gold. And I wanted to show you some new pieces that I've been working on, which is done a lot of new things the last few weeks. I make a lot of bracelets. For example, this one, this is, I just added this to the website. It's on our large bracelets. It's fine silver and then a technique called kumbu, I've used gold leaf with. You don't need any adhesion or soldering for that kind of fusion. And then I oxidize it and engrave into the bracelet, into the metal, so you see the silver again. And these ones are easily adjustable. You can tell I live in Brooklyn. It's loud here. So this one, you can open it, make it your size. I have many new ones that I love to show you. These ones lately I've done a lot of Art Deco patterns. So any of these are, for example, this one would be like this. And I also have some smaller ones. This one, for example, has moonstone and gold leaf. And then there are some tinier ones, some just sterling silver. And yeah, they're easy to wear. With these, I have lots of different earrings that can go with it. For example, the ones I'm wearing. It's probably a little bit hard to see from far, but it's in between a hoop and a stud, and then I always have a good backing behind it, so it sits well. I have more of these kind of larger studs that go with the bracelets. For example, this one is also a hoop and a stud at the same time, and these ones have in all kinds of different metals, 3-dimensional earrings. And then I have a line with onyx and a sapphire. So the sapphire is set on top of the onyx and then set in metal. These are studs. And then there's some pendants.
Thank you for bringing those up so nice and close for us. We're really able to see them tonight. It's wonderful.
Oh, good, good. And these one more, the neck. The bigger studs and also tiny studs. And this one has to be turned around again. A Klimt inspired line that I have. And this one has different gemstones, it's a new one. Then I do also make rings. A lot of them are adjustable. So for example, the one that I'm wearing, this one is 18 karat gold, but also comes in sterling silver. I think it's called Inner Circle ring. Somebody on the Instagram came up with that name. I'm very thankful because I find it so hard to think of names. And these ones are all different gemstones. This line I've had the longer, and they're all adjustable. These are gold over bronze. And some of them are custom made. So the solid gold, and I often do custom made. For that, I would have to know before November 1st if I have to do any custom made things for the holidays. So
there was a question that came up about your earrings, and June was wondering, can you do wires instead of posts if someone needs that?
Yeah, definitely. There's no problem. I can do that, and I don't need to know that a long time ahead. That's easy to do.
Okay, so not as complex as the custom orders. And so you mentioned that do you do custom orders for pieces, but you have to get it in before November? Is that correct?
Yeah, before November 1st. I just also wanted to show the postcards that I have, the art pieces that are the size of postcards, if we have time.
We have plenty of time. Please show your artwork. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, so I make artwork that is inspired by how nature reclaims the urban environment, how metal structures turn different colors when they are being exposed to the elements. And then I engrave into the patina, which comes when it's being exposed to the elements. And then you see the underlying surface. And this type of art I also recently started making as a postcard size for did that during the pandemic, and I actually love making these, and I can do them custom made with a message on the back, so you know, we can send them, and I engrave about 10 words, whatever you want, included in the price. I just, an hour ago or so, I added these ones also to the side. These are brass, 3 different ones. And this one, another one. So you can see the copper going through the metal. Let me know if you have any questions.
Those pieces are just beautiful. Do you want to show us one last piece of your jewelry or a close-up of your rings before we go, Judith?
Yeah, definitely. This one, let's do this one. This one has onyx, sapphire, and it's open in the front. And it has a recycled gold in it as well. So it's very comfortable that you can have it open and wear it on different finger, no matter, depending on how you feel.
Well,
And
thank
so-
you for actually putting it on your finger. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And thank you for your presentation, Judith. We will move on to the next artist now, but please remember to pop your questions in the chat, and we can see Judith at the end at the after party. Our next artist of the evening will be Eileen Schwartz.
Thank you.
Schwartz Jewelry. Thank you, Judith. Eileen,
Hi,
take it away.
okay. I'm Eileen, for those of you who don't know me. I work in 18 karat gold, sterling silver, and a combination of oxidized silver and gold. I'll show you what I'm wearing first. This piece is brand new. I finished it right before the earlier art party today. And this is, what is it? Petrified wood with opal replacement. And it's got a beautiful mix of greens and blues, turquoise, a little bit of lavender in there. To me, it looks like the sea, the ocean, and the dark lines could be, grass growing in front of the waves, or even the cresting of waves. And what I've done is I've taken the metal and made curves to kind of mimic that sense of waves. Below that is a 3 millimeter blue spinel, but it's just a very simple piece. And it looks just like the ocean, on a sort of a stormy day. I'm also wearing some of my silver jewelry today. I have this pendant right now is on a 24-inch chain, but it does come with a 6-inch extender, so it can be worn as at 30 inches, which would bring it down to about here. Actually, well, it would bring it down. I don't know. Can you see it in the? I'm also wearing these earrings. They're a brush finish, so it gives it a nice softness. They're a nice long pair of earrings. They can be dressed up or down. I'm wearing my ear climbers, which are fairly new. I think I made them in the summer. And those are oxidized silver with 18 karat gold and amethyst. I do make them with other stones. I'm going to show some of my 18 karat work that I did not show earlier. This is a design that I repeat quite often. And this is druzy. If you're not familiar with druzy, it is a geode. There's a crystal structure on there so that it's like a series of tiny crystals, and when the light hits the facets, you get a lot of sparkle. This is all quartz material. This piece is a light gray with a yellow sapphire below. This one is a coral colored druzy with dendritic pepper flakes in there and green sapphires. I have the same design. This is a bigger earring. This is a similar material as the pendant. It's fossilized wood with opal replacement, but this also has native copper in it. And it has such a richness. Again, the different blues and greens and a bit of lavender in there. The lines running through it look like, makes it look like a watercolor painting with ink running through it. And then this is Appetite Below. I have some larger earrings, and these are more statement pieces. This year for the holidays, this piece is, let's see, this piece is fossilized dinosaur bone. And if I bring it up close, you can see the delineations of the cell structure in there. And that's the actual bone. And whatever the stone is lying in, when it fossilizes, it gives it that color. So this being red, there's iron in the ground, giving it that red color. There are also garnets and black diamonds in this. This is another druzy piece with a gold sort of apricot colored druzy and garnets. And they're for being, as long as they're a lightweight earring. They're a nice long drop.
The link.
Then I have these I use a lot of fossilized stones and the druzy. This piece is a fossilized coral. I'm not sure if it's in focus, but that is the actual pattern of the coral. I have picked up some of that floral by making my own flower and etching the lines in there. And this piece can be worn as both a pendant. There's an enhancer that slides on the pin back, or a brooch. And I also, I don't know if you noticed in my work, there's a lot of linear elements running through it. I have a graphic arts background, and a lot of my work reflects those lines. This piece, again, it's both a pendant and a brooch. This is another piece of druzy. It's a like sage green, and there are almost like bronze colored leaves floating across the surface. And then I have picked up that element with the metal work, and there are cognac diamonds and green tourmaline. This top piece is imperial topaz, and those are natural inclusions in there that kind of give the stone like a crackly feel to it.
Eileen, we are running out of time. I didn't want to interrupt your beautiful pieces. There is one question I'd like to ask. When and where are your next upcoming shows?
Okay, so I am very excited to be doing my first show in almost, almost 2 years?
Yeah.
And it is at the Morristown Armory in Morristown, New Jersey. I believe it's the 10th, 11th, and 12th. It's the second weekend in December. So if you're in that area, come see me. I'm looking forward to seeing real people.
Wonderful. Congratulations on that show. And we look forward.
I got the email of the class of the cooking thingy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We'll go ahead and mute that person. But thank you so much, Eileen, for your presentation, and good luck with the show. And people can ask you questions at the after party. Our next artist of the evening is going to be Trecy Bleich of Vela Mode. Tracy, welcome.
Hi, how are you doing? Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. It's raining where I am, Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm the artist that like to combine hand beaded work as well as metalsmith with my jewelry. I have these earrings that I hand bead with glass and hematite. There's a lot of detail in the bottom piece, as you can see. That's what I have to do with the glass because it's a smaller dimension than the hematite. The hematite, I think the smallest dimension would be maybe 2 millimeters, but in order to give, I don't know, I guess a more delicate look to my jewelry, I have to go with glass to finish the piece. And so the top is gold filled, and these are 2 different types of hematite. It's a polish and then a matte, and then the glass is matte. You can see here, and it's very lightweight. The glass helps it to be lightweight. Yeah, the length is probably 2 inches. It matches very well with my jacket. The length is 2 inches long, and it has a dimension, as I said. So that's more of a, I don't know, an intricate piece. But this is also has hematite and then gold fill. So this is also hand beaded. And as you can see, it's very modern, very simple. And that's what I like to do with my designs. I like to just keep it simple, but keep it interesting as well. So this is I named this a desert red hematite. And it's a very lightweight dangle that I finished with the gold filled ear wire. And I think I have this in 2 different colors. It's indigo and brown. And I have these earrings, which is hematite also, but 2 different dimensions, a 2x4, then a 2x8 millimeter. But then I add this anodized aluminum to give it even more dimension. And then I have the plum version as well. But I added gold fill ear wire instead of a post. I don't know, just to give it a little, dangle effect. And they're not heavy, as the question was asked in the last session. They're not heavy because I try not to make my pieces too heavy because that's just my preference. And then I have more simpler pieces. I named these fishnet, as you can see the pattern here. So I use gold filled beads and then a brown hematite and the gold filled ear wire. And these are definitely lightweight. And then for this necklace, I made a set. So I have just a simple pendant. And it has the same pattern with the brown gold filled beads and then a gold filled chain. So yeah, I like the length, and I think it has, it's very fun, very fun. And these are offered in about 3 different colors. But back to the anodized aluminum. This is also hand beaded, but it's hand beaded with the anodized aluminum. But it also has the hematite gemstone in between. So I wanted to do a very simple pendant using the anodized aluminum, because that's why I try to do. I try to mix all the materials that I normally use, which is the fine metal, the hematite, and then the anodized aluminum. So this is, as I said, a very simple pendant, but it matches. It matched the color beads here, but this is a gold fill, so it's very modern. A lot of my simple metal earrings are modern. I named this City Block. It's a very lightweight hoop, so you can wear this hoop with a lot of my larger necklaces. I'm not very good at putting earrings on, so, so I just put them close to my ear. And this comes in sterling silver as well as gold filled. And a very popular earring that I have here is called Eclipse. And I named this after, I guess, the total eclipse that we had back in 2017. So this is a larger version, but this is the sterling silver, which is a smaller version. But as you can see, it's a simple hoop, but with a little bit of interest with the bottom. And I use a 19 gauge wire to make these hoops. So they're not so, you know, some ear wires are too thick to put in the ear. I don't know, or some ladies have larger holes, but my holes are very small because even when I was a teenager, I never wore heavy earrings, so they're still small. So as you can see, I use 18 gauge or 19 gauge, so you know, you won't have problems with the ears.
So,
And
Tracy,
so the
talking about, you know, small things, do you have small jewelry for stocking stuffers?
yeah, here's another hand beaded design. This is very small, but it's using the glass and then the hematite. This is hand beaded. This is one of my favorites actually because it's super lightweight. And I don't know, just have dimension as well. But I was thinking about, I guess, the Olympics when I designed this because of the colorways. But also the open circle collection. I have the necklace here, which is the mini, as well as the larger piece. But I also make a lot of different tones of open circle bracelets. So you can get this with an oxidized sterling or an oxidized chain or gold filled in silver. This is what I'm wearing. But on my website, you can mix match any of the tones that you like. You can do that on my website, as well as the lengths. I think I have from 16 to 32 length for necklaces. Even with the,
oh, sorry to interrupt. We're about ready, about out of time, but I really wanted you to tell a little bit about the story of the opening of that piece.
The open circle?
Yes, I love that story.
Yeah, the open circle was designed back in 2015. And the inspiration is whatever challenges encircle in our lives, there's always an open door. And the point to that is to encourage people that whatever problems they're going through, no matter what it is, that don't feel that you have to think of the negative or the most drastic way of handling the situation. Just think about the positive and you'll come through it.
Thank you so much for ending on that note. I appreciate your presentation. We are going to move on to our next artist. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Thank you.
Our next artist tonight is Lisa Jane Grant of Lisa Jane Grant Designs. Welcome, Lisa. You are muted. Please take a minute to unmute yourself.
There we go. See, I followed directions. You told me to mute and I muted. Then I just forgot to bring it back on. So thank you so much for having me here this evening. It really is a pleasure to be here. And Tracy, I have to say, I just absolutely love that open circle story. Every time I hear it, I just love it. So yeah.
Thank you.
So I am known as the lady who does mokume. For those of you who are not familiar with mokume, mokume gane is a Japanese technique that translates to wood grain metal. And if I can find a piece here, I will show it to you. So the way that I get the wood grains, and I'll bring this up to show you as I'm explaining it. Are you able to see that okay? Yes,
Yes.
no?
Yes, you can.
So this piece is in palladium white gold sterling silver with an 18 karat yellow chain, and I have apricot sapphires, yellow sapphires, and white diamonds in this one. The back of it is an 18 karat yellow gold, just in case it reverses and you get to see the back of it as well. Those patterns come from taking about 20 to 30 layers of different colors of gold and silver, putting them under heat and pressure, bonding them, then carving into those layers like you would a tree, bringing out all those colors, then rolling it all out and making a sheet of metal that I make my jewelry from there. So the technique was originally developed in order to decorate the hilt of the samurai sword. So that is my mokume gane. And I work with 18 karat yellow gold. I work with pink gold. I work with palladium white gold, sterling silver. This bracelet here incorporates all of those metals. So you can see that there is pink gold. You can see palladium white gold. You can see the yellow gold. All the sterling silver has been etched out so that all that remains is the gold. I've got the apricot sapphires and pink gold, yellow gold, palladium white gold on the perimeter. This piece was named after Nyiragongo Mountain in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I spent 2 nights spending the evenings just watching an active lava lake, and there was a National Geographic photographer there belaying down into the volcano, and it was fabulous. And so everything is named after a place that I've traveled to. This piece, I love that Tracy was showing her Eclipse earrings. I also have an Eclipse made from the same thing. It's the only thing that I have that hasn't been named after a place I've traveled to. And you can see the mokume gane here with yellow gold, palladium white gold, and it is reversible so that you can see it on both sides. The pearls are, oops, I'm making them all jump around. The pearls are natural colored Chinese freshwater pearls with an 18 karat yellow gold halo, which is the halo of the eclipse itself. And then 18 karat yellow gold accents and a black stainless steel chain. So I love how artists interpret things so differently, same ideas, but constructed so differently. And Tracy, I loved yours as well, your Eclipse. Let's see, I'm also moving towards working with Damascus Steel. It is also another ancient form of metalsmithing that was developed in Syria for the knife blades to give tensile strength to knife blades of the warrior blades. So I laugh and say, I think that I might have been a warrior in a different life because I'm drawn to these techniques that were used by warriors. The Damascus steel uses 2 different types of stainless steel, and one is etched and then it's all black and then polished on the top. So you'll see black and you'll see a very bright stainless steel as well. And I have some rings right here that might be able to show you what that technique might look like. And some of them are polished, some of them are not, some of them are matte. This one here is a very popular men's wedding band that has the Damascus steel here with 18 karat yellow gold rails and sterling silver. So those are those. And then just to compare to the mokume gane, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see the patterns on these. So the mokume gane here is in palladium white gold and sterling silver. And then this one is all in 18 karat yellow gold and palladium white gold. Both have diamonds on them to accent the mokume. Let's see, another thing that I could show you with regards to the Damascus steel is the piece that I am wearing right here. So this piece here has 18 karat yellow gold with the Damascus steel right there. And so it's kind of a little bit more contemporary maybe than the mokume. And these earrings that I'm wearing here, these are in bright polished stainless steel Damascus with apricot sapphires and pink gold. And then this is a choker that I have trouble always showing things that way. So this is a choker that sits just on your neck, and there's little apricot sapphire that is sitting in the middle there with little apricot sapphire drop at the bottom. And that would fit closer to your neck like this. I don't know if you can see that very well with, yeah. So it kind of goes like that with a sterling silver chain. And so, yeah, I'm moving a little bit towards the Damascus. It's something new for me, something that came up during COVID. And, you know, with us not working very much, working with a lot of gold, I thought I really want to try something a little bit different. This is another piece right here that is called my Dogone Pendant. Let's see if I can get that to show a little bit better. So 18 karat yellow gold in the middle with peridots and yellow sapphires on an 18 karat yellow gold chain. This is named after the Dogone region in Mali, where I traveled to go and experience the lifestyle of the Dogone people who are cliff dwellers. And I was so very privileged to be there, and they carry water so far, and the women are always holding their buckets on top of them, and they can travel 5 to 6 miles to go and get water. And then they climb up the cliffs in order to give me water, this much, to bathe with. And the shape just reminded me so much of the shape of the women, and the stones just as the brightness of the people that I met there.
I love how your travels are very much a part of the designs that you do. So how is the new Damascus line being received by your clients?
It's interesting. As I've told people that I'm doing it, they've been very supportive. They're very excited about seeing it. Not many have seen it yet because I've just started really developing it. It took a while to develop my patterns, my Damascus patterns, then have them made. Then I had to have them CNC'd and cut out. And so I just showed them the last 2 shows, but they've gone over really well. I was so surprised. The first show I brought them to, I sold many pieces, and I was just expecting, you know, people would ask about it, but they actually bought quite a few pieces. I don't know how it's going to translate to my customers who are used to having more gold in their jewelry. This is using gold as accent rather than the whole piece. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes over.
Well, that's one of the wonderful things about Art Party Central is we get to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much, Lisa. I really enjoyed your presentation. We are going to move to our next artist, but if anyone has questions, remember, put it in the chat and we'll pick those questions up later. Thank you so much, Lisa. Our next artist for the evening is Jennifer Lippman-Bruno. Jennifer, please take it away.
Hi, I am Jennifer from Jennifer Lippman-Bruno Design. Very quick history if you don't know who I am. I went to college pre-med psych major, graduated art history major, studied a year in Philadelphia and then New York. I wound up becoming a design director for a high-end jewelry designer. And I was there for 5 years. They decided to close. So then I went to my next level, which was with knitting. And I had my own business for over 10 years where I designed patterns and accessories for knitters. Sold that, and now I'm back to my true love again, the jewelry. So as I'm showing you some new goodies, when I started, I knew I wanted to do something different. So I did sterling silver and concrete. As I evolved, I started doing sprinkling of diamonds and some 14 karat gold. So now most of my pieces are available in both sterling silver, 14 karat gold, with or without diamonds, with or without concrete. So now down to business. So these are all sterling silver and concrete with little diamonds. They're studs. Everyone's like, oh, the concrete, is it heavy? Concrete is a porous material, super lightweight, especially when it's little pieces. So it is easy to wear. I cannot wear heavy, so I do not make heavy. And when I say new, I finished these this morning setting the diamonds. So it's the same style in the 4 shapes. 4 basic shapes, the square, pear, circle, and pebble, but just in the 2 different color concretes. And it just makes such a difference, that little change of color. It always amazes me. So I have those 8 pair. And then something brand new for me are bracelets. I've always held off. I don't know why, but I'm branching out, all new. So this sterling silver cuff, simple cuff. And then I still have my charm So it's the circle with the concrete and the diamond. Pretty by itself. And so the charm is intentionally off to the side. And I love it plain, or if you do the stacking rings, you could also do it with a bracelet. So you could have a charm in the center and another on the side. So when you stack them up, it turns into a really powerful piece. So this is something, literally, I was on my knees trying to find the diamond that fell out while I was trying to set it this morning. Another new thing out of my realm, really pushing it, are hoops. I am normally not a big earring person or a hoop person, but these just kind of spoke to me. And so very simple, clean, head on, but then when you put them on, it turns and it flares out just enough so you see the style. I have them both in the matte silver, or I also did I oxidized them, so I just blackened the sterling silver. So these are gorgeous if you have either shorter hair or much lighter color hair, silver white hair, stunning. If you have darker hair, I'd go with these and have them pop. And then I think I showed these before. This goes back to my whole knitting previous world. So these are all sterling silver. These are oxidized sterling silver frame with a 14 karat yellow gold center and top. So these are actually crocheted, but I like to say knit because that's what I normally do. So here are the earrings, very, very fun. But what you haven't seen is that I did some pendants to match. So here's, again, just the plain silver and then the oxidized with the gold and a gold jump ring. I put both of them on an oxidized sterling silver chain just to have a little juxtaposition. I like the contrast between the two. And then what else can I show you? So now I'm gonna show you some kind of new, like a couple months old. So these are really fun. These are like my little dancing girls. So this is a French hook, again, in all silver. This has the gold bezel, the gold hook, and then the oxidized sterling chain. But with these, there are diamonds on both sides of each earring, because as you wear them, these are going to move and dance. And so you don't ever have to worry, is it the right way? Always, always the right way. Now, if you like a longer earring, but you're not so much into the movement, I have these. So these are one of my first designs that I love. I originally did them in sterling silver and concrete, and then I jumped to gold, diamond, and concrete. And then I decided to translate them into the silver. So here again, here's the silver and the gold. Both beautiful. It just depends on what you like. And then the last thing I'd like to show is, I'm so excited, all my rings, they flew to homes. So I restocked them. So this guy really is, he's my favorite, don't tell anyone, but it's the 5 diamond, it's the randomness ring. And this one is in white. I also have one in gray, and they all have the split bubblegum shank on the bottom. So if you see a size and it's a little too tight, too loose, I can adjust it really easy. Here's one with the randomness with the 7 diamonds in the gray. And then I also have it with the 3, and this is in the gray, and I also have one in a really pretty denim blue. And then the last ring that I love that I'm showing today is the nestled circle and circle with the 1 little diamond, again with the split shank on the bottom.
Jennifer, your rings and all the pieces are so beautiful. I have actually 2 questions for you, so I'm just going to shoot them out and you can answer.
Okay.
One is, do you have any upcoming shows in person? And 2, can you tell us a little bit how to care for the concrete?
So yes, if you are in the Midwest area, the first week in December, December 2nd through 5th, I'm in Chicago at the One of a Kind in the Merchandise Mart. Please come. I would love to see anyone. And then also in Milwaukee, December 17th and 18th, I'm having a trunk show in the historic Third Ward. To care for the concrete, It's very strange, but think of it as a pearl because it's a porous material. So it's the last thing you put on, the first thing you take off. No lotions, potions, perfumes, hairspray, hand sanitizer. No, just because it'll take the sealant off, easily remedied, but we don't want to. And then to clean the silver part, you could take a steel wool, like a 4-0 steel wool that you can get at any hardware store, and you just gently brush it up and it'll bring it back to the nice matte, shiny finish.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for that information.
Welcome.
Wish you all the best at those in-person shows. It's been so much fun to meet art party people out there on the road. So I hope you get to meet some yourself.
Me too.
We're going to move on to our next artist for the evening. Thank you, Jennifer, and welcome Meghan Patrice Riley. Meghan.
Hello. Well, hi guys. How's it going? It's been a while, and it's so wonderful to be here on a wonderful Thursday jewelry art party. One of my favorite nights. I brought a bunch. It's fall. We're going into holidays. I'm thinking about dressing up, so I brought a lot of statement things because that's what I've been designing. That's what I've been across all of my different collections. I have new statement necklaces, new statement earrings. Hi guys. So I've been thinking I want to get dressed up. I might actually see people in person. There's people flying in, maybe international travel again. So I just finished this piece. I just put out the long necklace edit, September. So I added this and updated it. This I was thinking of kind of like a boa, but with my visual language. So what this is made out of, and what I usually do is I do contemporary art jewelry, but I like to use metal in different ways. I have this woven cable, and I have it in all these different colors, and I created these 3D forms, and it's color blocked all throughout, really subtle light colors. And I just sculpted and I had a lot of, it made me think. It was very free form, which I don't get to do so much. Everything I do is usually mapped out, very angular and measured. So this was a really, really fun and freeing. And I love that it became a sculpture and it can be worn so many different ways. I love this. I want to live in this world too. I feel like it's a living organism. I styled it on the website. You can see I styled it like you can wear it super long. It's 8 inches long. It's gray with a super long tunic. You walk in and make a statement. It'd be great over like a long shawl or amazing long scarf. I know we have so many great scarf makers that we always feature at Art Party. This is doubled. I love that it has this squishy. What I love doing is playing with physics and making it, because it's woven and it's a textile, I get to play with it. It feels like a fabric and a metal at the same time. I love pushing that concept and making the actual pieces feel like almost like they're a fabric or a wearable object more than jewelry, or blending those two together a little bit. So with this, I paired one of my favorite earrings, which is just taking that same kind of language and thinking about 3D structures. And this I did this really cute, great earring. I think it has a lot of movement, and it shows how I like to design, where you get this kind of squishiness and everything bounces back as memory. This is on a sterling silver ear hook and has the gold cable. Lots of movement. Hi, thanks you guys. I got dressed for you. Amazing. And I also brought some special collection pieces. So in terms of weaving and in terms of statement pieces, this fall I've been doing a lot of chain pieces, which is very different from what are normal. And that means weaving in a completely different way. As a contemporary drawer, I really love experimenting with materials. So I brought out some acrylic and started weaving in gemstones recently. It's kind of one of the newer additions to this collection. It's called the Imaginarium. It started with my friend Michael, who we do IG Lives on every Monday and feature different creatives and talk about custom collections and designing. And we designed this as a collection where we fundraise where 20% of the sales go to We Will the Hammer organization that creates opportunities in metalsmithing. I love that. Look at that. Oh, okay. This is one of the new pieces. I'm this again related to the more our classic cable pieces. Having a little bit of freedom, making some one-of-a-kind pieces, and of course, the first thing I go to is a statement necklace. It doesn't matter what medium it is; it's always a statement necklace. This is just so fun. I'm enjoying color, and I was thinking about pastels for winter as we go into a cold, maybe snowy winter. I think pastels will be really elegant with dark colors and having that pop of color in a new way. So I've been thinking about yellow and neons. Neons are going to be fun again. We're like seeing chocolate brown. I know Kathleen, I'm sure I'm missing comments there, but I know Kathleen's been talking about brown coming back. We've been seeing it all over the runways. So it's so fun to see neons coming back as well. Am I missing questions, Kathleen?
No, but everyone is like talking about the Imaginarium and they like the new spiral earrings and just flat plain wow. Oh yeah, I'll double wow on that red.
We need, and also big ear. So apparently everything I do is like, let's make it statement. Let's supersize everything. So I supersize the earrings all across the board. There's like normal people size too. There's something for everybody. Posts and hooks, but ooh, why not have some big long earrings? Super fun.
They absolutely look gorgeous on you, I have to say. And I'm loving all these new pieces that you're doing, including the ones in my ears.
I know, you wear them so well. Perfect for the holidays. Yeah, thank you. A little celebration, right? And my little trick before we go, like that Kathleen taught me, is if it is too long for you, you can also flip it and make it into a little half-size short earrings. So amazing, convertible.
Really beautiful.
You have another question? I know I'm like missing things.
You're not missing anything. Let's see. I do have some questions for you. So do you have like gift sets for the holidays and things like that? And I'm going to ask you two at once because that's what I'm doing today. And also, do you do custom appointments or have in-person going on?
We're doing very limited in person because we're making every day in the studio. So we have less time to actually meet or do Zoom calls. I'm thinking about opening the studio up one weekend. We'll see. I'll have to be on the email list to get that because I'm still tentative about just our schedule. But I also, okay, so I'm thinking about statement necklaces. I feel like that's the gift to yourself. But within that vein, I also was thinking about things that are giftable and smaller scale and maybe some items that you would want. A lot of people like to get sets, I've noticed. So a necklace with the earrings or having something that's matching. So I've just did these new gemstone little pendants, which are super cute. They're pearls and, ooh, I'm not gonna drop anything. Pearls as well as tourmalines. So I love blending in some gemstones, doing smaller scale, little fine detail work and making little engineering mechanisms, but with circles. This is so cute. I'm gonna try this on. I usually don't work this small, but my sister was like, I want a little stacking thing. So I'm like, okay. So this has that cute little fill in, could stack other little gold chains with it. I think cute gemstone necklaces or very dainty ones would be great. I love the pearl too. Isn't that so cute? Yeah, and the color, bringing in different gemstones and different colors changes the design. It's different on different people. So I keep playing with different colors and bringing different gemstones in. There's some amethyst coming. We're trying to make them. It's can only make so fast. But, and then thinking about people come to me, I'm doing appointments even by phone or in our chat. So there's ways that we can help you and try to direct you the right way.
A common issue for artists right now, where with the holidays coming, well, we want to like be able to do customs and things that we could do perhaps in the summer. It's starting to get to that place where it's not possible anymore. I guess because we only have two hands.
Because the time we're making the orders anyways. It's
Yes.
we're working hard too. We're little elves working hard on your orders.
I wanted to leave with one comment that I read in the chat, and it's just so sweet. It was just that the pop of red with the black is a good color for the holidays, and it really is.
Ooh, that's so nice. Thank you. And
Yeah.
we will try to make whatever people want for as long as we can until we can't do it anymore. Yeah.
I think that's where we all are right about now. Thank you so much, Megan.
Thanks everyone for being here.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming and sharing.
Kathleen, you got muted.
Kathleen, you got muted.
There we go. I just wanted to thank all of the artists for sharing their stories and their wonderful work. And you guys are just so full of inspiration and always pushing the boundaries. And I think in part that's because you really want to bring new stuff to all of our wonderful people that come and join us for Art Party Central. And to all of you who joined us tonight and all the many other nights over the season, we want to thank you so very much. We really appreciate you. Before we draw the raffle prizes, we just want to let you know that it is from our hearts that we wouldn't be doing this work without you, and you are the reason why we continue creating. Having you show up here today and being a part of these parties brings us inspiration and hope and fills up our creative wells. We are loving having this platform to connect with you and can't wait to see it grow with your help. Your follows, likes, and shares on social mean the world to us, so please keep it up. And don't forget to tell your friends how much fun you had today. Let's see, we are going to begin our celebration and choose the winners of the $50 gift certificate. Our co-host Karla is going to choose one winner for each website randomly from everyone that is still here at the party. And we encourage you all to unmute yourself now and join us to cheer for the winners. It is so much more fun that way. So take it away, Karla.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Karla from Karla Gudeon Art and Design, and so proud to be a founding member of this amazing platform, Art Party Central. And thank you so much to the artists that presented today. You had my heart happy the whole time. You had my head envying and coveting everything. And I'm so thrilled to be announcing the winners. I will say one thing, it's super important. There were some issues with our Eventbrite service tonight. So we probably do not have all your emails, and that is the only way we can get you your winning gift certificate. So if you are a winner, I urge you to put your email into the chat for us when we announce your name so that we can get your winning certificate to you. If you'd rather do it privately, email the host, Kathleen, or you can message me, admin, and I'll also ask that only unmute yourself if we're going to be cheering for the winners and quiet otherwise. Outside talking comes through. Thank you so much. And again, without further ado, here are the lucky winners. For Trecy, Velamode, we have Sarah Bleich. Woohoo!
Yay, Sarah!
Sarah, congratulations. So happy for you.
Yay.
So next, for Lisa Jane Grant, we have Suzanne Kleiner. Suzanne, congratulations. Woo! Happy winner here. We are not done yet. For Jennifer Lippman-Bruno, we have, I'm going to butcher this, Creek Van Houten.
All right.
Creek is our winner. Woohoo! Last but not least, my Megan Patrice Riley. We have, and I'll butcher this one too, Ilene Schwartz. I'm sure I said it terribly. I apologize. ILUNHSU. Thank you so much, and congratulations to all our winners. And without further ado, I am going to pass it back on to Kathleen.
Hey, oh, it is so great to have everyone hear all the winners out there. And because we want everyone to feel like they have won something, you all will receive a coupon code for 10% off of all 8 of the makers' websites, as well as my website, ekologic.com, and Karla's website, karlagudeon.com. The coupon will be good from today through November 3rd. So head over to the websites and do some retail therapy. The coupon code for today's party is Art Party OCT 28. And Karla will put that in the chat for you. Again, it's Art Party OCT 28. We will send a follow-up email to everyone with this code and the links to the website of everyone on today's party. Or at least we hope, with the Eventbrite having a little trouble today. But I think we've got that under control. We really want to thank you for coming, and please enjoy shopping on everyone's website. We have a couple of more parties coming up in November, just in time for shopping for the holidays. On the 10th, we have parties featuring Joyce Stember Metal Arts, Amy Canarak Designs, Karla Gudeon Art and Design, Shanna Croy Jewelry, It's by Jennifer Lippman-Bruno Designs, and more artists to be announced. You can RSVP to these events at artpartycentral.org. I want to thank Karla so much for helping co-host today. You may not have seen her in the background, but she was making sure everything ran smoothly, and of course, joyously got all the winners announced tonight. I think I can speak for all of the artists and by saying you guys rock. We enjoy seeing you at the in-person shows that we've been doing recently. It means so much to us. It's been a great way to stay connected here. We know you're all busy, so for those that you would like to stay and hang out and ask questions, we invite you to unmute and do that so we can chat. And with that said, if you do have to go, we want to thank you for being here with us this evening. So with that said, let's stay on for a little bit and answer.
You know what? I'm going to interrupt for 2 more seconds.
Yes.
We are still, as far as I know, we are still waiting for Suzanne Kleiner and Creek's email. If you don't mind sending it to me at admin or putting it in the chat so we can get you your coupons.
I emailed it to Kathleen and I'll put it to you, but I got so excited I did it wrong, but I'll do it to you now. So
Okay.
I'm like literally having a heart attack. This is amazing.
That's awesome. Just what we want. Okay, fantastic. So let me see. I do have a question for Eileen. What are your favorite stones?
I love the druzy. I absolutely love that. The first time I ever saw it, I just grabbed that first pair and I have been buying it since. Gray is probably the most common color, but it comes in a lot of different colors also, sometimes, unusual. I have, where are they? Oh, here. Actually, I don't know if you can see, let's see. Okay, there is up there, there's a pyrite druzy and a beautiful brown druzy with orange sapphires below. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can see the colors are just incredible in there.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite stones. And, every time I see something new, it's very hard not to buy it. And, some of them, of course, I want to keep for myself, but they're just wonderful.
So are there any other questions in the audience? I mean, you guys can
I actually have a couple from the chat that didn't get answered. So this one, and I'm going to spotlight her, is for Lisa Jane. And let's see if I could do 2 things at once. We all know I probably can't. Lisa,
I know that feeling.
there were two questions about how your eclipse necklace sits on the neck. So maybe you could model that
I
for us.
did see that, so I thought that I'd be efficient and start to get it going. So I have it right here.
Yay.
So this is the eclipse right here. It has an 18 karat yellow gold lobster clasp on the top, and it does have a 2-inch extender chain here. So depending on if you like it to be long or short, I tend to like it short. I like having things hit right up around my neck. So I will put that one on here. Of course, since I'm nervous about this, I won't be able to get it on. I won't be able to get that jump ring. Let's see, hopefully I got that one. So this is how it sits right here. And of course I didn't. So bear with me here. I'm going to put it on the longer length because as a jeweler, I don't have fingernails. All my fingernails are destroyed. And so I can't seem to get my clasps as well as some people can. So let's see here.
At least not on video.
Right, exactly. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this here, or else I'm going to take up all the time for this show. So the pearls sit right here, and we have these pearls here. These sit at different lengths, so I just tie them up. And then you can see that the gold pieces just sit at off angles. And then the pearls are here, and the pearls are here if I get it set up properly. There we go.
It's
So that's
really
how we
elegant.
sit right there.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's an elegant piece.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
And I actually have one question that came in on the chat from Megan Patrice Riley, which is, what are the new swirl earrings called on your website?
They're called Swirl, and I DM'd Lori about them. Yeah. and
You're
I
always
have-
faster than I am.
I'm like, "Whoa." I made there's a one size bigger too, so there's an even more voluminous pair that's like double size. That's like a big bulb. That's really cute too. But yeah, they're cute, but they have impact.
Very cute.
And I'm like, I'll just keep shaking this for you. Hello. Happy Thursday, you guys. Woohoo, we are here.
Okay. All right. Are there any questions in the audience? Because, you can just shout out things if you have anything. Bye, Liz. Nice to see you. I see some people are signing off. If we don't have any more questions, we will go ahead and say good night. We thank you so much for coming. We hope to see you again throughout the holidays, and we wish you all well. Thank you so much for coming, everyone.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
coming,
Good night.
everybody.
Thank you so much.
This was so
Night.
filling and
Seeing
delicious.
everybody.
Thank you.